or we need a world police to police us.
Okay. Kris is there for people
because the activities of our politicians is becoming unbearable. But what is really exciting is the debate surrounding our nation. If we're going to be free, is that we're going to reform the judiciary or we're going to need external help? Right. A very good morning to you. A very good morning to you. Let me take this out of the screen. My name is Daddy Kris, and this is the African Renaissance Television. I am here in London, reaching you live from our studio. It's a wonderful time. I don't know whether to cry or jubilate, or maybe all we need to do is give thanks to God. Things in Nigeria, to be honest, are getting from bad to worse. We need wisdom, Nigerians. Wisdom is highly, highly needed at this difficult time. The reason I say that is just about the time when the United States is very uncomfortable with the way the present government is handling the internal security crisis, which is targeting Christians, which we both know that they are predominantly the Igbo or the people from the southern part of the country, because the Yorubas are divided. We have partly Yoruba that are Muslim, some Yorubas are Christians. Tinubu is a Yoruba man, he's a Muslim. But I can tell you it is rare. I mean, it's 1/99% of the population of people in the East or people in the South that are Muslims. So when you say, Nigeria, that there is a target killing of Christians, what that means is they are targeting us in Southeast and in South. It's something I don't want to talk about. You know, I don't really like this debate. I'm not comfortable with it because I don't think Nigeria should break. But in this time where we all need wisdom, in this of all times, Nigeria, this is the time the Nigerian court decided to pass a man life sentence on Kanu. The wisdom in it, I cannot. You know, sometimes wisdom is very expensive. And I can tell you that these people are wise. How Tinubu allowed this is still beyond me. Now, Tinubu, the question I'll ask is, how do you think the United States of America will react to this? Because, in fact, maybe they may not even be aware, but not different, like a very dark man made a very big statement. They're not looking for division. And what you are doing, you're creating actually room for division. This division is what that can break us. We don't need it now. Kai. You know, I so believe in Nigeria being the people to catapult the United States of Africa, which is the place we are going as a people. It's not an act to fight the rest of the world, but it's an act of self-determination and an opportunity to contribute to the world economy. We are not at the moment. You see, the last time I said this, I asked one thing on this show. I said, why do you think we are dying? Do you think God that created this world wants us to die? Please, when you sleep or when you're on your own, ask yourself, do you think the God that created me and you really want us to die? I can tell you the answer is no. God does not want us to die. He never wanted us to die because in the beginning he didn't create death. He never allowed death to stay with us for too long. He brought his son Jesus Christ to save us from death. But the death is still among us. The question I ask you is, why do you think there's still death on earth? Knowing that God, if you agree with me, that God does not want us to die. I mean, anybody that is preaching for you today, this is that the Kris philosophy, that death is the making, that is, it was God punishment on us, that person is a foolish person. God did not contribute to the existence of death. Instead, God created the world on principles. That the price of sin is death. He can't change that. When there is light, darkness will disappear. God cannot change that. Only thing God can do is to eclipse the light. But he cannot stop light from, in fact, he can't stop darkness from giving way to light. God cannot do that because he created this world on principle. In the beginning, he created the heavens and the earth, and everything was said to be good. He created man, and he gave man instruction. He has reason for giving man that instruction. Don't you even think, ask yourself, why would God say, not eat from that fruit, or whatever you call the fruit? Why did God say so? I know some people were saying that the forbidden fruit is actually sex. I like that argument because he said it's in the middle on everything. The one in the middle of the garden, you must not touch it. Fine. And some people asked me the other day that if that is the case, how did God expected us to make more babies? And I said to him, hello, did God, let me ask you this, did God create you from a woman? Okay, let me put it. Did he create Adam from a woman? When do you think that that thing cannot be done in another way? And I think we have find out which way to do it now. As we begin to learn, as we begin to call on God, God begin to open our eyes. I want to argue that this morning. I'm sorry. Those of you that cannot take this, don't watch this. But I'm going to argue this. It's a difficult one. And I know I don't expect anybody to agree with me, but I'm going to argue this. Now, this is my take. I sincerely believe that the sin Adam and Eve committed was sex. And one of the good things about sex today is to make babies. That sex is this root of reproduction. Yes. But you remember the cost on a woman. That at your childbirth, would you suffer? Because it was not God that caused woman. It was the implication. God was telling woman that at that moment, from the time you choose to now carry a baby, because you now decide to do it inside, something I wanted to do outside, since you choose to do it inside, from this day, when you want to give birth to that baby from inside, the penalty is you're going to suffer a lot of pains. Daddy Kris, it's dangerous to preach this, but this is my inspiration. So, for a woman to put to bed is between life and death, which was not the original plan. I am of the belief that God didn't even want us to have sex in that way. There may be a better way of having sex and being more pleasurable than that click one that they do now. Did you hear me? The click is not even needed. And there's a better way of having babies than for a woman to carry the pregnancy for 9 months. That is where the world is going, whether you like it or not. Where the world is going, in another few years, I don't think our children, my grandchildren wouldn't want, my grandchildren, as daughters wouldn't want to be pregnant. They will find a way to bring the eggs out, put it somewhere, incubate it, the baby is born. Now, who told you that the one you carry in the stomach is going to be better than the one that is incubated? Now, we've come to know there's something called artificial insemination. You can put it inside. Now, people no more think of putting it inside. We can create the same stomach out there, incubate the child. When it is 9 months, we'll bring the child out. Who knows whether that was where God was taking us to? Then we said we know more than him. Who told you that the best way to enjoy your wife is actually to choke your dick inside? Sorry, I use that word, yes. Let me use the word so everybody can understand. To choke your dick inside her punani. There may be a better way of having sex. Have you ever thought of that? Did I just say what I said? Yes, I said so. Who? Too? I'm happy my daughters are not here because they won't be able to stand this. So I'm asking you now, because we always disobey God, death came. It was our act of disobedience that introduced death. And it was not God making, it was our own makings that caused death. It is our own making that women have to put to bed this way. Because there are many other ways to put to bed that will not be too risky. You don't even need to carry a baby in your stomach. Is a baby not a baby? In those days, they tell you, oh, artificial insemination, then I'm picking. You know how primitive people think. They cannot embrace technology. Today is the best way of doing it. I'm not going to say it, though. It is even good now that you plan the kind of baby you want to have. You put it in at the right time, and the baby is well taken care of until the baby comes out. I'm not even an advocate of putting it inside the stomach. We need to put the baby out there so we see the baby growing, watching the beautiful life coming slowly, evolving, and then it comes to the time when we bring the baby out. I am a big fan of technology. And with what AI is bringing into this world, OMG. OMG. If you don't understand what I'm saying, there are even more pleasurable way of having sex now. AI is coming up with some, oh my God. Most girls these days, they know what I'm saying. How many of you do not have your own thing at home? Only 2% of women these days don't have that thing. They all have it. And they pretend as if they don't. Men are also, we are there. We are there. It doesn't make our company useless. We still need a woman. We still need a man in our lives. God have a reason for creating women. Not for no. It's going to be for something better. The reason I am saying this is this. We as people have always found a way to put blames on God. Whereas God meant well. Everything he has done was good. Look at Nigeria. The best of all nations. What have we made of ourselves? We decided to be poor. God did not create poverty. I've talked about that, which is the extreme I could go. It was not God that created poverty. Poverty is a thing of our own creation. Let me repeat that. The countries that are out of poverty today, they don't cry God every morning. China does not wake up in the morning and start chanting God. Japan don't even believe in God. They do. It's annoying to them because there's nobody that doesn't believe in God. You might not even understand it, but you do believe in God. It might not be the way religion put it to you, but you do believe in God. Because God made you in His image and likeness. You feel Him around you. It's a natural thing. You can't throw it away. You can feel the presence of God. So anybody tell me I don't believe in God, that is because you believe in God. You don't believe in the way religions tell you about God, which I have issues with myself. Because the same Bible that preaches certain things to me, I don't agree. I don't agree with everything in the Bible. Hello, I don't. That's the one I've read to the total. I don't think that I'm a slave to anyone. That's the creation of man. God did not create you as a slave, which the Bible recognizes. So it is not everything they tell me about the Christianity that I believe, but I agree with Jesus Christ. I agree with the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, and that is why I remain a Christian. That's my faith. You don't have to agree with me. Now let's take a look at what we're going through as a nation. Nigeria is going through the most difficult time, the most tempting of all time. And I would have expected that this time is time to seek wisdom. It's time to take time to react. You know, I kind of respect him what he has been doing to some extent. I only believe that the president should speak to address issues. But sometimes everything you say can be misunderstood. So Tinubu is a little bit more quiet than I would want him to be. But maybe it is also good in a way. Because when your mouth is too loud, you can't know what you're saying. Sometimes I say something and I say, did I just say that? It's good to weigh the consequences of what comes out of your mouth, because the Bible says what comes out of your mouth, it was that will defy you. Not what goes in. That's what the Bible says. It says it's not what that goes into a man that defies, it's what comes out of a man. What comes out of me? Is it my nose can only breathe some carbon dioxide out? Is that what's going to define me? Or is it the poo that's coming out of my ass? Because those are the things that things come out of me. The only way, again, things come out of me is actually the most important route where things come out of me is my mouth. And what comes out of my mouth? The words. So you got to be careful what you say. Your mouth is the biggest weapon God gave to you. The biggest one you can use to see the road is this, but the biggest one that you can use to destroy is this. The one you can use to repair is this. That's why the Bible said, God said, proclaim it. You see, you don't have to believe. Just say, I believe in Jesus Christ. You've got salvation. And you believe into righteousness. So you don't need to believe to be saved. You just need to confess it, because this mouth is big, it's powerful. And I give Tinubu credit for that. But Tinubu, assume you're a man of wisdom. If people are deceiving you, this is the biggest one, the biggest mistake you have ever made. Sentencing Kanu, I don't want to bring his image here. At this difficult time, is the most stupid decision anybody can ever make. That is my understanding anyway. Others may not agree with me. You are in a country where they said there is genocide. I'm going to define genocide shortly, because I don't really agree with this definition of genocide as they restrict it to this. I think genocide is broader. That is the argument I want to make this morning. But this kind of issue kind of makes me want to stay here for 30 minutes. Okay. You've been told that there's genocide against Christians. That is what is annoying the United States. That is what is annoying the rest of the world. Not only the United States, the Canadians are aware. The UK government is aware. They're going to easily get international support to throw bomb at you, Tinubu. Not really everybody now, you. Because this is a message. American government is only saying, we are coming. If your government cannot stop it, we're going to do it ourselves. And you know they have the capability to do so. One would have expected that, so, okay, sir, please, yes, but let us work together on it. You're saying there's no genocide. Meaning there's no killing of Christians in Nigeria. These facts are already with them. They have the record. Donald Trump did not just get up and say, oh, there's genocide in Nigeria. He didn't just wake up. He had facts. He had figures. He had testimonies. And you are denying it. I saw the show of shame which the foreign minister made on that interview. I was ashamed. You see, sometimes it's good to admit certain things and you move on. Now, as if this is not troublesome enough, the trouble we are in is not enough. You choose to sentence Kanu to life imprisonment. What are his offense? Now, even me, I'm offended. You know why? If Kanu did commit an offense, which I do think he did commit some offense. But these are defendable offenses. You see, there are precedents in law. That you look at the case of so. You look at I'm going to play with that today. Kano case is defendable in the law court. You might not agree, but so many presidents that follow what Kano have done. And it can be argued that Kano is a freedom fighter. I'm coming to that shortly. Kano as a freedom fighter. We're going to address that shortly. So now, the Kano himself is a Christian. He actually claimed to be a Jew. Have you seen Kano? He used to wear that cap. Now, as a wise man, one would have thought that this is not the right time to sentence such a person to life imprisonment. Especially now that we can see people, criminals, carrying ammunition in the north. The Muslims, they are not hiding it. They are displaying it. Tinubu cannot deny it. That you have Muslims in the northern part of the country carrying weapons and you are negotiating with them. What is it that Kano has done? That those people that are actually coming to carry our girls into the bush, tormenting daily, what has Kano done differently from them? Now, why is Kano offense more noticeable than those ones? Now, Kano have even a clear ideology. Do they? They are fighting a religious war. Kano is fighting for self-determination of his people. And it can be argued. Just before you get angry with me, sir, for those of you who are there opening your mouth, let us listen to Nelson Mandela. Because when there was apartheid in South Africa, it was argued that it's a good policy. Everybody said, oh, in fact, it was supported by the same United States. The rest of the world were supporting apartheid. Nelson Mandela stood against it. Do you know, as at the time, even Nelson Mandela was president, he was still on the CIA. SIC have him as a criminal. The reason they gave him visa to the United States is still unknown to me. Of course, they couldn't deny him at that time because he was just too much of an international figure. He just come out of prison for 27 years. He paid. Now, what did Nelson Mandela say? And tell me the difference between what Kano is saying and what Nelson Mandela is saying. And I'm not going to defend Kano too much to some extent because I don't agree with everything Kano is saying. But let's listen to what Nelson Mandela said. He said, during my lifetime, I have dedicated my life to the struggle of the African people. I have fought against white domination. And I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if need be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. When Nelson Mandela released this speech, in fact, the guy that reported it, when he finished, I like the way he plays on the documentary. When I heard Nelson Mandela's voice, he said, this is an ideal for which I am prepared to work for. It's something I'm ready to work for and hope to achieve. And if need be, it is an idea for which I am prepared to die. The man has said it, come and kill me. Kano is actually waiting for you to kill him. Now, the South African government were frustrated. They did everything they have to do. They put him in prison for 27 years. At the end, he came out and became the president. Because at the end, good will rule over evil. Do we really need to go to that part again? I'm talking about president. Kano is saying that his people are marginalized. He wants them to go. For me, Two minutes discussion with Kanu, I will defeat him. Because I'm going to sit down with the boy and I'm going to ask him, man, what are you talking about? Where are you going? Is it time to divide Africa? Because you are talking myopic now. I'm going to tell him you are fighting tribal war. And I'm going to call you what Bob Marley said. See, them want to be the star. So they fight in tribal war. This is not time for tribal war. It's a time for Africa to unite. Bob Marley said it. How good and how pleasant it would be to see the unification of all Africans. That's what Bob Marley said, and it is true. This is an idea that the Kris is begging. It's an idea Dr. Nkrumah of Ghana fought for. It's an idea which Marcus Garvey prayed and worked, suffered for. It is not an idea Kanu is about to break and will support him. We need to, and my vision for the United States of Africa is not because there is one big reason for it, but because I have seen it work for Europeans. I've seen it work for the United States. The only reason America can speak in one voice today is because of the size. Americans came together with one big belief and they begin to build themselves. They were so powerful that they could challenge anybody. You know what they did? The biggest threat America had then was actually the Soviet Union. The breakage of the Soviet Union was what made America more powerful. Even when Soviet Union was won, you imagine how big they were. You dare not. Today now we're dealing with Russia. You couldn't deal with Soviet Union. No. They were damn too powerful. That's why when America will take some part, Soviet Union will take the other part. Who born you? The power of people. Have you seen the power in India? The population. Have you seen the power of China today? The population. What will be the population of Biafra? You're just jokers, man. What are we going to do with Biafra? How many people will you be? What are you going to do with Biafra? That would be me arguing with Kanu. You don't need Biafra. Like I said, Kanu, we need to get rid of the thieves. And I'm going to talk about that towards the end of the show. The criminals, those hoodlums who are destroying this beautiful land called Nigeria. Nigeria is the biggest blessing to the black man today. We're not destroying it. So this separatist movement should be abolished, abandoned, and come together. Let's look for a prosperous nation, which we all can achieve if we put our energy in that direction. You know what I even say to them in the Boko Haram? If the Boko Haram, I will call them to join me. Because the Boko Haram, they are not my enemy. My number one enemy is the people who are destroying the government that is using us, carrying our little resources, which is the few of them are using to masturbate themselves, as we can see. This is our true problem. Boko Haram is not our problem. Kano is not our problem. These are all victims of the same. In fact, the government, you are the biggest trouble of our time. And we need to be sincere about it. It's difficult to say it. It's bad that the Kris saying it, but I have to say it. These are the result. What you see going on in the East is the result of bad governance. When I say bad governance now, I'm not saying only federal government. Even the state government have failed these people. Do you want to go to the north? The same the Aerofire that is making noise, claiming they are Muslims, using them to fight us. These are the people that actually deprive those people of their resources. We need to tell them, look at this man, this Aerofire, Mona catch him, money there with him. You know what you see when you begin to turn the battle back? It's a propaganda war. Nigeria will be waging war against these people. So, see, my people, we need to come together and wage a propaganda war against any government, not all of them. Those in government who are actually diverting our resources, that we are now as poor as we are. That is our common challenge. And that's what I've been begging for. And it's an idea for which I will continue to fight for. And I know that I will live to achieve it. Because good will rule over evil. Now, let me say this. I want us to take big. So I'm asking now, what is the wisdom in sentencing Kanu to prison at this difficult time? What are you going to achieve with your wisdom, Tinubu? Don't tell me you're not aware. Even if this, you should have actually interfered into this. There's no, if I were to be the one, I would have sent Kanu free. I actually hold a meeting with him. I'm going to talk to him as a human being. Because if I want the progress of Nigeria, the Boko Haram now will not even be my number one problem. I will tell them that, listen, we need to have a country. They need to be part of it. You, the Biafra, need to be part of it. Oduduwa need to be part of it. Everybody need to be part of this. And we're going to fight one thing. We're going to fight poverty. And the only way we're going to fight poverty is only two ways. One, there should be reduction in the amount of money we steal. We're going to be always steal. But this is 90% looting. It's unacceptable. We need to reduce that to 2%. So we know there will be holes where things will fall out. But the way it is now is too porous. We need to close those holes. And this is the battle that I need the Boko Haram. I need the IPOP. I need Kanu. I need everybody. I need the government. I need Tinubu. I need the governors to fight so that we come out of where we are. Because if we can come out of this, it will be good for Tinubu, it will be good for Kanu, it will be good for Boko Haram. We don't need to kill ourselves. What is the point? What are we doing? We are actually primitive people as it is. Do we need this? Oh, so now my problem is the Boko Haram people. I disagree. And I know that I'm saying this and many people don't want to understand where that Kris is coming from. I disagree. The Boko Haram are actually victims of the same circumstances. The question you ask yourself, how do they get there? How do they turn out to be Boko Haram? Somebody radicalized them. Somebody sold a bad message, a stupid message to them, that the government of the day is the problem, or that the book is the problem, but they're using mobile phone. They are not stupid. Those guys are not stupid as you think. They know the problem is not the book they're reading. They know it is the system of government that is not clear. And of course, somebody told them that Islam is this, whereas they don't understand the true Islam. So you need to actually educate them what true Islam is. It's a propaganda war. It's not a battle. It's not something you do with gun. Kanu want to leave. He want to join Biafra. It's not the first man that started it. Let's give credit to the author of this, Ojukwu on the platform. Lawyer, sir. Why did Ojukwu go to war? Why? Ojukwu didn't hate Nigeria. In fact, the first military head of state was an Igbo man. The first Nigerian president general was an Igbo man. The reason I know is these are all patriotic Nigerians. In fact, the person that made Nigeria a singular state, a unitary state as it is today, is an Igbo man. Let me start. Now you want to blame Nigeria for them to want to break away. Let's ask question. The first president general was Nnamdi Azikiwe. He's among those that fought for Nigerian independence. But they're among the ones that betrayed because of these stupid things. Awolowo, Tafawa Balewa, and Nnamdi Azikiwe. They were the ones that betrayed Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. When Kwame Nkrumah was fighting for the United States of Africa, they want to be president. They were not going for it. Where is the president now? Where are they? Look at the sin they've caused. What they went back to do in Nigeria was to sow the seed of division. We are from the south, we are Yoruba, we are Igbo. That is still what we're going through now. That was what the First Republic was all about. The massive corruption came in then. There was too much division. Agoy Rose Irosi overthrew that government. Let's get the history right. When he overthrew the government, he said, no, all the resources should be in one place. If that is the thing that is stopping us, is it a wrong thing? Let me tell you the story that happened in Europe. The Europeans were killing themselves. If you talk of war, the First World War was actually a tribal war in Europe. The Second World War was another tribal war which emanated from this Europe where we are now. What were they fighting? They were just killing themselves. That was when they came together. I don't want to give you the whole history of the European Union. That's when they came together and said, okay, if this thing that is making us to cry, by the time we now have a common economy, we will not be killing ourselves anymore. So there was no more reason to share steel and coal, which is the strength of the European economy then. All that we will now own it together. So from that day, there was no war between Europe, between Germany, France, and England, and all the rest anymore, because they are now co-owning it. And if you consider that is the birth of the European Union, which has yielded result today. Today, you see where their problem come from. They don't want to kill themselves anymore, so they decided to co-own things. Now, where is what going to come from EU? If the EU is one country now, because that's where they are going, they've indirectly created the United States of Europe. And they call it the EU. It's actually the United States of Europe, because the last time I checked, they use the same currency. Like the United States, they use $1, they now use euro. They have one common defense. You can travel from anywhere to the other, if not that Britain left now. What makes a confederation? What makes America different from here? In America, each of the states, they run their own economy. Germany have their own economy, France have their own economy. It doesn't mean about all in one common economy. The EU, they make one law. The law made in Brussels is what everybody's going to implement. Like the law made in Washington is what all the others, what are we talking about? Each of the states have their own law too. They need to adapt it. They need to fit it into their law. What is the difference between the United States of America and the United States of Europe, called EU? The question I ask you people is, why are we not thinking about the United States of Africa? So that the thing that is separating us can be taken away. We can have one common currency. We can co-own everything, so that there will be no war in Europe, in Africa. That's how they managed to eliminate war in Europe. There has never been war in America, because they own it together. The only place you see war is in Africa. Now, do you think we really want to entertain that in Nigeria? Because I'm looking at Africa as a whole. We are talking of Nigeria. You are a local man. You are a fool. That's how we talk to them. And I'll let them know, bro, this is not time for that. Let's take precedent. Let's look at what has worked. Let's make it our own. Let's just make progress. That will be what I'm saying. And I'm going to identify the common enemy. When I go on a quick break and come back, I'm going to talk about the common enemy. No, maybe we can stay with it. Nigerians, this is not time to joke. This is not time to fight. This is time to be reasonable. The question I ask the government of Nigeria today is, at the time when we were just even talking about the division, because I'm not interested in whether America is coming or not, but I'm talking about the division we find ourselves, which is a division which is created by foreigners, foreign religion, Christianity and Islam. They are foreign religion. They are not your own. I am sorry. Those of you that call yourself Christians today, you're not even a true Christian. Those of you that call yourself Muslims today, you are not true Muslims. Because Muslims do not steal. They don't kill. They don't rape. They don't carry young girls. That's not what they do. I followed the people in Saudi Arabia. They are not thieves. In fact, the last time they said, in Saudi Arabia, they said when you leave your money there, and they say, oh, no Christians are here, so don't be worried, because it's only Christians that will steal it. Because they don't steal. It's not their culture. In fact, you see the ordinary Muslim, you can see that devotion to God. The true Muslim I have met, you are not a Muslim. You are not a Nigerian. You don't have Islam there. You are people being used by politicians to perpetrate crimes, and you are doing so well. And let's talk about Christians. Do we have Christians in Nigeria? More than others. That of Christianity is even more annoying. Every day I come here, somebody asked me one day, was accusing me. Why am I always attacking Christians? I said, am I attacking Christians? Or you're not being sincere with yourself? Is it me that is attacking Christians? Now let me ask you, all your governors, all your governors in the south, I'm talking of south, southeast, they go to church on Sunday. In fact, if they don't say in the name of Jesus, make I change my name. But they are the people looting your treasury. Maybe I'm confused. The people in the house of assembly there, they are all Christians. They are the one looting your treasury. As if that is not even bad enough. Look at the activities of the pastors. Hey! I should go to war with those people to go and fight who? A victim like me? Then I'm not different from Boko Haram. If I will carry a gun and kill somebody because of this same Christianity I see now, then I'm not different from Boko Haram. The only thing I would do, I would say, do not kill people because they are Christians. But I will not go and kill a Muslim because of you. You are a criminal, sir. In fact, in my presentation today, you are not just, you are genocidal, you commit genocide, you commit war, a crime against humanity, you are committing war crime in the church. The last time I checked, for a pastor to use the money of the people to buy private jets, that he comes on the pulpit every Sunday to talk trash, he's a criminal. I've never known any other criminal than him. I am sorry. You think that man is my friend? You think that person is your friend? Oh, the House of Assembly man that went to steal money yesterday, your governor that just wait. I saw Bodiwori is an usher in the church. Make I hear. Okowa went to ring election. He came to the church to pray, to dance, to thank God. Which God now they serve? Now they make us not going to go to church again. Mona, stop. Please. Like I said, I won't go to war for you. If I do that, I'm no different from Boko Haram. I don't know whether the day where they go beat me, nobody will do my side. Because Christians go they beat me, Muslims go they beat me, politicians go they beat me, traditional rulers go they beat me, poor people go they beat me, rich people go they beat me. But now wait till to make God make I tell you now, they tell you now. I'm not saying it as with sentiment. My name is Christian Ashaiku, meaning I am a Christian. Now the name when my mama give me, Christian is my name. When you hear that the Kris, the full name is Christian. Ask from my village. That's the name in book when I'm writing. So I cannot be somebody that hates Christianity. But you are not a Christian, sir. You are a thief. Somebody that went to the field to rig election and come into the house of God to come and dance and tell me that God just won the election for him. Hello? Is it God that won that election for you, or you just stole it? I'm talking of Oboriwori and Okowa. Because I saw you people dance, and I showed the video here on my show, and I was laughing. Sometimes you guys make us not to. You think we don't think or what? I know not everybody will think like me. But don't you think I have reason to think for myself? I am no more young. I'm not afraid of death. When I was 20-something years old, I could be. Now I am almost 60. Now where they go 9 years. So if I cannot say the truth now, when am I supposed to say the truth for my children? Now, Nigerians, the reason I went this far, I want to keep it within the concept of our zone. It was this same division that caused Ojukwu to declare the Biafran state. Now, I just reminded you that Ojukwu was a soldier of the Nigerian army. The first military man that helped us to merge Nigeria so that we will be like Europe now. That was his vision. I know many people come and say, oh, why did Aguiyi-Ironsi ever do that? No, that was the best decision to make. Because the reason we will stop fighting then, we will stop the division in Nigeria. The only thing is let's co-own it. So that you will not say, oh, this side is better than this. So that you will not bring division. Everything is now owned by us. We will share it. Whatever we have, we will share. Whatever we have, we will share. I think that is a good thing before. And this is what Aguiyi-Ironsi have done. That is what has saved war in Europe. Go and look at the story of the EU, how it all started. Today, the EU, the euro is higher than the US dollars. I have that story in my palm because I was in Europe before it was formed. And I've been here seeing the evolution until today. I am impressed. That was the vision of Aguiyi-Ironsi for Nigeria. Let's see where we are now. So for those of you, I always say one thing. No, there will be only divergent views and opinion. But let me touch on this a little bit. Those of you fighting for co-federation, for a true federalism, that is the right word. I like that. You want your own state police, you want everything, and I'm supporting it. You know the last question I asked Nigerians, wait, for those of you that are against what Aguiyi-Ironsi just did, because it was the death of Aguiyi-Ironsi that caused the trouble we went through now. Because the coup, they said that the coup of Aguiyi-Ironsi killed some people in the north. They did not kill Nnamdi Azikiwe. Because I know that was the coup that killed Tafawa Balewa and some of them. So that they did not do the same thing in the east. So the north were angry. So they planned a counter coup to kill Aguiyi-Ironsi. As if that was not bad enough, it becomes a tribal war. You kill my own, I kill your own. You kill my own, I kill your own. The Igbos in the east were being exterminated. The killings were so much that Ojukwu had no choice but to declare war. Now, if Kano is outside and it's here that you bomb the church in the north, without thinking, he will declare the state of Biafra. Even at a point in time, do you know I'm almost tempted to say Nigeria should break if this is what we're going to see? But I said, no, this is not about these people. We can solve the problem. Because if you see the problem for what it is, that the number of Christians being killed on the surface, you would say, let's break Nigeria. But I know that's not the solution. Let history teach us writing. Ojukwu had no choice but to go to that war. Be fair to the man. If your own people are being killed in that way, a coward will fight with his last blood. That's what Ojukwu did. You may not agree with him today. Call him all kinds of names. History will judge us tomorrow. Like I said today, when you misbehave, the only person I want you to remember is this man called Nelson Mandela. Because Nelson Mandela was more of a civilian and a lawyer at that. His approach was more civil. But at a point in time, Nelson Mandela chose to go out and was ready to come and fight the war, a physical war. Because he said, how can you discuss, how can you negotiate with a government that can throw arms on a defenseless people? That was what was going on. He found out that the thing was not going to end. So Nelson was ready to go to war. Again, that's a man pushed to the end. See, all these things we are saying now, let us get the facts right. I'm not here to preach violence. But if we don't sincerely look at our problem, we're going to come back to where we are or where we're coming from that we don't want to be. Now, if history serves us correctly, because of killings in the north, of particularly Igbo people in the north, Ojukwu decided to declare the state of Biafra. Just like today, when America has actually raised concern about the killing of Christians who are predominantly the same Igbo in the north, you are sentencing Kano to life imprisonment. Nigerian government, if something is even wrong with you, at least you wouldn't have been making this mistake at this difficult time. No matter how you want to defend it, the question I ask you now is, what has Kano done that those people you see carrying ammunition on the street in the north have not done? We see the other idiot coming out to say, we need to, if we talk to them, that they will join, they will drop their ammunition. A stupid man. What was their reason for carrying ammunition in the first place? Is it not the northern leaders that made those people go there? My question I want to ask you is, those people you call the Boko Haram that are your enemy now, how do they get there? Who instigated them? Who is giving them the weapon? You see, right now, I'm even thinking that it's the politician in the north that is causing this. Because we remember what happened during the time of Gulag. When Buhari said he will make the country ungovernable, and it was ungovernable for Gulag. It was a serious campaign, make the country insecure. Tinubu, you are getting your own share now. And if we don't take time, if they don't kick you out of office, you guys are going to divide the beautiful land for us. The day America will place its foot on ground, Nigeria will not be the same country again. Because if America will come in today, they will be asking, what are we there to achieve? To wipe out Boko Haram? They will find out the situation is more than that. That we have a that our government are thieves. They know that already anyway. They only pretending, and that's why I'm accusing Donald Trump. Are you pretending that you don't see the crime in Nigeria? Are you saying the crime in Nigeria is people being deceived to go and kill some people? Or the government of Nigeria that is actually causing deaths in numbers? Let me say, the Nigerian government is killing people in numbers. And I'm going to prove that very soon. The Nigerian government has caused more deaths than Boko Haram. They are killing us on a daily basis. And I'm going to prove that when we come back from this break. So, Donald Trump, I've been trying to do this politely. And if you come now and the debate in America is still about the Boko Haram killing us, I will not be supporting it. I will say come, I want America to come like yesterday. But America, you need to help us have a free and fair elections. You need to help us retrieve our money that these guys are stealing. There will continue to be no peace in Nigeria as long as they continue to loot this money outside. Some people are destroying the destiny of a beautiful nation. That is why it's not Boko Haram that made the country a disgraced nation. It is the thieves that are looting our money outside that are making us a disgraced nation. You know what is a disgraced nation? Look at the number of Nigerians crossing the sea in search for better life in Europe. That is the true atom of a disgraced nation. That was not caused by Boko Haram. Who is cause of that, sir? Is Boko Haram the reason why we are in Libya trying to cross? Is that why Nigeria is everywhere struggling for survival? In a country where there is plenty, too much to eat, the richest black nation on earth, perhaps the richest nation, the place I call where God flow, where milk flow, they say the land flowing with milk and honey. People don't have food to eat. Is that Boko Haram, sir? No, it's not Boko Haram. We know what it is. We know that some people will force themselves to government. Those who are about to get to government will loot all the treasury. They are not even productive, half-baked human beings who don't know what to do because they are busy stealing. The reason I said yesterday that if Tinubu didn't have money coming from oil, he will be concerned how much we can get from farm. He will be concerned how we can raise money from sport. He will be concerned how we can raise money from tourism. Now, it is oil money that they are pumping into those areas. Why would he care? Have you seen a country where it cannot make money from sport? UK generate, the only English premiership generates £6 billion. The Nigerian universities, with all the facilities, we are paying the university. Whereas in the UK university generates £60 billion, 3 times Nigerian economy. In a year, only the university. But Nigerian universities are going on strike that they are not well paid. The only reason is because Tinubu is getting enough money from oil. So he's sitting on his fat ass in Aso Rock. That is not only Tinubu, that is all of them. They are daft. Yesterday, the last time I came here, President Obama just came out and to preach how good he tried to make Dangote a rich man. It was a very good message, and I was thanking him, sir. But I told him, sir, in fact, if you be my mate, I will call you mayor. Obasanjo's action was stupidity of the highest order. If you could spend, this is what Obasanjo said. He said he called Dangote, asked Dangote, stop importing cement. What do you need? Dangote told him, and he said he got the message. And he made the place available. I'm sure he gave Dangote some money. And Dangote now set up the factory where he now started to produce cement. And he didn't stop there. He sent people to monitor it. The only thing that is different is Obasanjo did not make it in Nigeria own. He made it Dangote own because he's making enough money from oil. And Obasanjo not making money from oil. If you are somebody, you now see somebody importing things. If you want to solve that problem, no, it's not what you start to make that thing and make money. Is it not Nigerians buying it? Is Dangote not going to make money? What is wrong if Nigerian government make that money? Because we're making too much money from oil. We stupid government. From A to Z. Have you ever seen nobody who is trying to make money? Which state governor is trying to raise money? Name them. Other than the language they call tax, akpa. Do you know what is called taxation? Taxation is just one aspect of Nigeria, of government making money. Look at the rest of the world. Don't ever compare yourself to the United States. They have ammunition to sell. You get ammunition to sell. So, and we are here now, and I'm thinking, where are these people coming from? You're going to convince me now that our problem is Boko Haram? No, sir. Our problem is your lack of creativity, your lack of vision. Okay? And because you are a thief. And I'm saying this to the federal government. I'm saying this to the state government. I'm saying this to the local government. With all respect. What I said now, God in heaven will bear me you and witness. Carry me go anywhere, you put me for prison. Yes. But God in heaven knows I have told you the truth. And if you don't know now, that our problem is not really Boko Haram. Our problem is two. In that of Boko Haram is even three. One, people like them, that little man called El-Rufai, who can instigate them that they are trying to make Nigeria an Islamic state. I don't know, all of them were Muslim, yet some of them don't have food to eat. It was not Christian that took your money in the north. Hello, let me talk to them in the north first. Your governors in the north, El-Rufai was a Muslim. He was not a Christian. His deputy was a Muslim. What did he do for Kaduna State? Let's start from there. So if they are telling you your problem is the Christians now, what did El-Rufai do in his own capacity as the governor and his deputy? How do they save the economy of that you now have food to eat in Kaduna? You are still as poor as ever. And somebody, El-Rufai, is telling you that your problem is you want to make Nigeria Muslim. So that is the message you want to hear. You are really stupid, not El-Rufai. I can ask you, those of you in the north, how many of your governors that are not Muslims? All the governors in the north are Muslims. Forget about presidency. What have they done for you? The money, every month, they get money, free money from the federal government. Money that comes from one part of the country. They don't work for it too. Are you telling me that your governor cannot make money? What is your governor doing to make money? And by the time they give you one thing, they buy one ammunition for you, they tell you to go and kill people. Boko Haram, wake up, man. I want you to turn that gun on those people who sent you. They said, no, I want to think for myself. Where's the money coming, sir? You, Mr. Governor, El-Rufai, where is the money from the federal government? The money you received last month, why did you spend it? When you begin to ask that question, that is when Nigeria is going to grow. And that is when you're going to be free. Killing Christians is not going to set you free. I'm talking to those of you in the north. Killing Christians ain't going to set you free. You are not going to be free killing Christians. What is going to set you free is when you are able to ask your governor, whereas his children are abroad. He's laying down with you praying, but the children are not there. Look at the house he's living. You all go there as slaves. He gives you some small food, you pray for him, and you go home. He's not living like you. Look at the number of policemen following him. He's not like you. He's not suffering. You are the one suffering. The money with him is not for everybody, not for him. It's not his money. He didn't work for it. It's the money given to you all that he's spending that makes you go and worship him. Are you not stupid? And now you want to blame Nigeria? You want to blame Christianity? Don't be stupid, man. Let me turn the camera on Kano. I'm going to turn the southeast. For those of you fighting for Biafra, I'm going to talk one another verse. Wow. If you guys watch me carefully on this show, my biggest trouble has been my governor. If I say one thing now, I will say Oboribori. I will say Okowa. If you watch my show, go and watch it again and again. Because I am not blaming the federal government alone. I am blaming them. And I'm coming back to them now. Now, let me ask you, Kano. For those of you fighting for Biafra state, my question is this. Are your governors, are they Muslims? Wait, I mean the governor of Imo State, the governor of Abia State, the governor of Ebonyi State, the governor of Imo State, Anambra State, Enugu State, are they Muslims? Okay, maybe they are Yoruba people. Are your governors Yoruba people? Let me not understand. Or they are Hausa people, they are Fulani people? Maybe I need to understand. So if the federal government chooses to fail, does it stop Abia State governor from doing his own thing now? At least that one is making an impact now. Is it not the same country that the governor choose a different path? The same Abia State that somebody wrecked down is where this current governor is doing well, working for his people. I want to see more productivity because Abia could have become the Japan of Africa. And they're going to be so soon. If you make Abia well, you will see big corporation coming in to descend and begging you to do business with you. Don't forget, nobody will do business with a failure. Have you seen them, Burna Boy now? The Nigerian musician, them, Davido doing well. American stars are now pairing with them. They want to do collab with them because they know they have an audience. You're bringing something to the table. Everybody wants a taste of the Nigerian market. If you start it, they will pair with you. They're all looking at who is going to do that. They're not looking for who's going to do that in the north. They're not going to do that in the south. They're not going to do it in the west. They want to see anywhere you do it, you will get support. In fact, people will be begging to do business with you. Let me say this. And I always say to my people, I don't need to repeat it, but let me repeat it. For those of you from South, you have the like of Akpabio as governor. Look at him. Let me leave that one safe. Let me go to the one that I'm more familiar with. You had Odile as governor. When he finished, what did he do for the state? Which money did Odile make for Rivers State till tomorrow? What has he planted in Rivers State that's still giving you money? I'm thinking like a stupid man, so beat me up. I know, I don't mind. Now let's see Rotimi Amechi. That one that said he want to be president now, that one, it be like, for me, it's like, you know when you talk fool, he's a big fool. What is that one going to offer somebody? What did he do when he was governor of Rivers State? Okay. Your last one, 9-day FCT. So, okay. It's a complete nuisance at home and it's a nuisance outside now. What did he do for you in Rivers State? Now, I'm not talking magic. I'm not talking fact that you know well. I'm not bringing something that you're not aware of. What can you recount that Wike did other than fighting to take another governor? Other than planting themselves back in the office, is there anything they have done? And when they're there, what do? They stole all the money. Do you know how much comes to Rivers State in a month? Do you know you guys are not supposed to suffer? You're not supposed to lack anything. Are you guys shitting me? Are you guys shitting me, man? Is the people ruling Rivers State, are they from the north? Are they Hausa people? Are they Yoruba people? Are they Edo people? Are they not fellow Rivers people like you? Causing you the damages that you have been going through. So breaking away from Nigeria is going to make Rivers State better. The same Rivers State, I'm going to tell you what is coming with the governors. Now let's come to Delta State. One verse. Ibori na Yoruba man from Delta State. Udwan was an Ishekiri man from Delta State. Hi. Okowa is an Igbo man from Delta State. Oboriwo again is an Igbo man from Delta State. I never see one Hausa man there. I've never seen a Yoruba man there. The question is the money that have been coming to Delta State, who has been stealing it? Who has been looting it? Is it those people that are doing it, or your fellow brothers and sisters? I'm just saying this so because you're going to be offended. I know. But that's my job. My job is to make you angry every day. You better pray that I stop this broadcast so that you'll have peace. I'm not good for you. Because I'm not so much of a daft like you all. I think for myself. I can never be made to fight somebody that is not my enemy. That's the only difference between me and you. There's no difference, sir. I just refuse to fight a stupid fight. That's why I'm asking now. If the governors of Delta State now are all people from the state, why am I blaming Buhari alone for not saving Nigeria? The money that comes to Delta State in a month, 40 billion every month. The money that goes to the Sopadec, 13 billion every month. Are those money not enough to start something? Dangote started the refinery with how much? In a year, Delta State is about to remove almost 900 to 1 trillion naira. In a year. Kai. Only the state government, I'm not talking about what goes to the Sopadec. What about the local government allocation? Are you guys kidding me? So the problem is the Nigerian state that Kano said he want to break away now. That Arewa want to break away. That the North want to break, that the Yoruba man that has been in government for years. Because other than the North, is the Yoruba man who, now to the Sharamo. If you not go to the Yoruba man, it will go to the Hausa man. If you not go to the Hausa man, it will go to the Yoruba man. Once in a while, now I don't know, now mistake my good luck there. Because Hausa man die. You know, we don't get chance. We're not even talking because because the last time I checked, we never make one reasonable progress with the one. The president, the kingdom come. The North has produced more president. Where is the impact in the North? They are still the one killing people. Who are they killing people for now that your brother is president and you are killing the other people that you are oppressing? I don't understand these guys, man. Maybe you guys need to educate me better. You see, this is the message I think we should be preaching to one another. Ask your governor. Ask Tinubu. Yoruba people. It's not my job to even ask Tinubu now. Tinubu na be Yoruba people. Moguna take Yoruba, ask Yoruba man. What is he doing now? If not, he do for us. At least if he can turn the Yoruba land into a productive hub. Not a place where they construct bridge and road. Productive hub. Say Yoruba state are now producing one thing or the other. And they are now becoming very, very rich state. It will trickle down to the rest of the country. So even when you are president, make sure say the investment there at the time that will bring more money to the state, not to construct bridge like a fool. Must Nigerians be dying of infrastructure? Must we continue to do stupid infrastructure? Who educated us this way? We have a problem. And God will help us soon. Because the redemption of the Nigerian state is coming. Maybe that's why Nigeria is making this mistake. But I want to say this, people. That the reason why Nigerian government choose to sentence Kano in the middle of this division is beyond my understanding. Kano is the least problem the Nigerian state is having. Tinubu, I'm asking you, President Trump is saying that you have people killing people in your area. Go and do it. So Kano is the one that is your problem. Is Kano the Muslim or the Boko Haram that they're talking about that's making them to come? Why are you focusing on Kano? You want more division in a country that is most divided. If America come, Nigeria will break. Because I don't think America will want to, if they will see what is going on, and I don't think they want to allow this to continue. Maybe God is going to use them to help us. But do we want Nigeria to break? No. Do I want it? No. It's not in your interest for Nigeria to break. Like I said before, we want the United States of Africa. Not this tribal war you guys are fighting now. My name is Daddy Kris, and I am a Christian. But I am not your kind of Christian. Definitely, you can tell that I'm not your type of Christian. Let's go on a quick break. When I come back, I'm going to wrap up this show quickly. Don't go away, stay with me. I'll be right back.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comfort. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447 4388 93190 or email us at realestate@superiortelevision.com. SRTV Shortlet Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
Welcome back, Nigeria. And this is State of the Nation. My name is Daddy Kris, and I've been trying to maybe bring a little bit different reasoning to all that is happening to us. I want to remind us that we fought a civil war. And that's why I put this image on the screen today. And it will stay there for a very long time. Hopefully, when you see that, the question that comes to your mind is, why did this happen? Again, for those of you that were against what Agoyo Irosin did, I have been able, in my own little way, to use the case in Europe to defend him. What he did was the best in my book. And we are praying today that the unification of Nigeria is actually the unification of the African people. It's not time to look for division. And I'm going to end the show today by talking about the United States of Nigeria as it is today. That's what I'm going to preach today and tomorrow. The United States of Nigeria. And I'm going to make it clear to you that we actually have a confederation. The last time I checked, I was fighting the kings, and I was saying to them that, hey, king, you that says you're having issues, that you have been taken, power has been taken away from you. No, it has not actually been taken away from you. You just decide to sleep, or you are waiting for oil money. Supposing Nigeria does not share money at the end of the month. Let me say this now. Supposing Nigerian government does not share money from oil at the end of the month. If Nigerian government chooses to invest those money that is coming from oil, how are you going to feed yourself? Now let's come to this first. Let's talk about the corrupt nature of the states that are crying. So that before I leave the states, then I'm going to talk about the United States of Nigeria. Okay. The last time I checked, we were fighting, we were saying, oh, we need a more true federalism. Okay. And when we talk, sometimes we don't know what we're talking about. What Agoyo Irosin fought against, you said we want it back. I agree. Now, I have some issues with it, and I want you to think with me today. Today in Nigeria, I beg, please, work with me. In the federal government of Nigeria, we have some PDP states, we have some APC states. Is that correct? Other than Tinubu that came now to begin to terrorize people, Nigeria is a well-divided place. You have two standing political parties. We stand for civilized nation. Because in the UK, we have the Tory and the Labour, predominantly two large political parties. In America, we have the Democrat and the Republican. Something to be proud of. Today, we still have the PDP and the APC. Go to any state in Nigeria today. If the governor is APC, all the local government chairmen are APC. All the local government chairmen are APC. If the governor is PDP, all the local government chairmen are PDP. You know, the last time I said Obaseki, with your stupid, in fact, later enough, they go, the day when Tinubu will catch you, the day Tinubu go to beat you, I go to laugh you. You know what? Obi won the states during the last election. Meaning, Labour, Edo people went for Labour Party. Guess what? When it comes to local government election, when federal government don't remove I, you make sure you terrorize all the local government. All of them were PDP. Not even one was Labour. So all the people that voted Labour that time, they no more believe in the Labour ideology. Defend it. Imagine now, you give this kind of governor, they don't have police, so if all they are using now is money that is coming to them. Imagine say you give those people, those kind of governors, if you give them policemen, what would they do with it? People that can terrorize already without police, or they want to have their own state police, what are they going to do with it? They are already terrorizing their own people. I am asking you now, look at any state in Nigeria and look at the governor. If the local government belongs to another party, change my name. What are we doing to ourselves? Are we for real? Are we sincere people? You know, now, I'm going to come back and close the show on our main topic today, which is the federal state of Nigeria. My hero today is Agoyo Irosin. Now, let me go back. True federalism. All right. Nigeria, true federalism. Wow. True federalism. Nice. Now, the question I want to ask you is that, in this true federalism, are you going to make your own money? Let me talk to the people that are actually fighting. I'm not talking to those of us in the South, because we assume we have oil. All right. So maybe if our oil comes out, not that we are not the one that's going to drill it, so we're going to need the West to drill it for us and give us the money. Other than those of us in the South. Those of you in the Arewa, how are you guys planning to make money? To fund your state? I'm talking of Kano State, Kebbi State, Taraba State, Adamawa, Sokoto, Bauchi, Kaduna. How do you people plan to fund your states? If you know what to do then, when Nigeria become a federal state, a true federalism, why are you not doing it now? How on earth does the federal government of Nigeria stop you from making money? Now, let me tell you this. You're talking of true federalism, go and look at the United States. The state of New York, just go and see how much they generate on their own. The money is not coming from the federal government. How much is California? The economy of California is larger than the whole of Africa put together. Only California, a state in the United States, they raise more money than the whole of Africa put together. There are 54 states in America, right? The question is, how much is your state generating? You want to have a state, yes. So you're going to have a state and the federal government is going to give you money to run your state? Oh, the federal government is one, because at that time, you will not be able to, and that's why I love it. Let us have it. So you can see our naughtiness. Those of you even those of you in Biafra, how are you going to raise money to fund your own state? Why are you not doing it now? I am not looking back. Oh, how are you people going to fund your own state if you know why? Who stop you from doing it now? The question I asked, what did they tell me? Oh, Delta State will be rich. We're making a lot of money from oil. Akbar. Delta State is rich now. You get 40 billion every month. What are you doing with it? If you cannot do good business with 10,000 naira, you can't do it with 2 million. The 10,000 naira you are getting now, what are you doing with it? So it's only when they give you the whole money that is going to come. That's when you're going to do something with it. You know what? The same people that are looting it now will still loot it. You're going to make Okowa richer. Then Ibori richer. Then Modua richer. Yes! If you say so, tell the body to invest the money he's getting now so that it can be more. Is he doing so? Other than constructing bridges and roads, is he doing that? On your governors, in fact, in the Igbo land, where we know you people are very productive, what are your governors doing? At least the Abia State governor is now doing something. You see, why I'm confused is this. If only Dangote will set up a refinery, who stops you from on a state, the states from having their own refineries and making their money? Does the federal government stop Dangote from owning the refinery? See, Abasanjo came and he was telling us how he's helped Dangote to set up a factory. He didn't help the state to set up a factory. But if the state, let me say this, the reason Abasanjo called on Dangote because of Dangote was importing importing cement. If the states like Kogi State and Edo State were already manufacturing cement, I'm sure Abasanjo would have called them saying, hey, wait, oh, Dangote is bringing cement. Why don't we come, Edo State, how can we produce cement so that Dangote will stop importing it? I'm not sure he's going to call on Dangote. He would have called on the state. But what were you doing? Sir, I'm talking, don't vex. What were your state governors doing? The same thing you were doing then is what you are doing now. Hey. The Nigerian state. You know what? Tomorrow I'm going to talk about the United States of Nigeria and what we can do with it. I've done it before, but I'm going to do it more clinically and I'm going to stay focused. But let me stay with Ojukwu today. Let me stay with Ogoyin Iverson today. Let me talk about these two heroes and let me use it to talk to Kanu. Nigerians, if you guys were angry or disappointed in why Ojukwu went to war, tell me what option the man had to see his people being slaughtered. What option does he have? Or today, what option do you going to call yourself Christians, not that I agree with you, have if you see fellow Christians being slaughtered in the north? What option do you have other than to say we must break them? If not so, if you continue to kill us, what do we do? Is it not to break? Ojukwu was in a position to do that, and he did so. And the man is not a coward. Kanu can see that he's doing so. But that is a fight for oil. You know why I know? When Ojukwu declared Biafra, he drew the map to include us, those of us in the south. If you see the map of the Oduduwa today, they will draw it to include the oil area. Because all they want is the oil. Oh. I'm sure everyone will draw their map. It go control, it go. What that make me laugh? It's people that want to succeed, they will not wait for what the other person have. They will look at what they have and they will build on it and they will be successful. Do you hear me, sir? I say if you want to be succeed, you will not wait for what the other man have. You will look at what you have and build on it. The north, the east, the south, the west, you are all blessed. You are all in a unique position to create wealth for the Nigerian state. You are not doing so. Now, if we follow the anger of what is going on in the north today, we will all do what Ojukwu did. That is a brave man that did it, and we have no choice. If you blame Ojukwu, then that's why you'll be blaming what Donald Trump is saying. The killing is unacceptable. It's not only Donald Trump talking. You guys got it wrong. The Canadians have raised it up. The parliament, in fact, everywhere today is a debate on what is happening to Christians in Nigeria. Exactly what made Ojukwu went to war. The barbaric killing of people is unacceptable. But actually, they were doing a political battle. It was the argument of between, this is the cause of, it was the argument between Awolowo, Tafawa Balewa, and Azikiwe. Who will be president? Who will be more powerful? These are the three people that destroyed Nigeria. One and others. Because in their head, Awolowo was only good for the south, to the southwest. Azikiwe was for the east. That one was for the north. It was what Aguiyi Ironsi saw, that the division is unacceptable. Let us have the money in one place, like what Europe did now, so that the war will be out. The man's intention was good. Oh, they said they didn't kill some people. Now they decide to kill him. And now the killing continues. You kill my own, I kill your own. You kill my own, I kill your own. That's how Nigeria got into a bloody civil war. Unfortunately, that was when I was born. So as a child of civil war, I was born in 1967. My mom would tell me that as they bomb, and so they throw bomb for one, everybody begin to run. Do you want to see that again? If it is for a good cause, yes. But what are we killing ourselves for now? Boko Haram is killing people needlessly. But the true problem is not really what they're killing people for. Their true problem is they cannot see. You see a child that is crying. Have you seen a baby crying? A baby cry, he doesn't even know why he's crying. He just wants to make noise. He's been told that if you cry, you get attention. That's exactly what I see here. People, let us think about what made Aguiyi Ironsi took over the Nigerian government and created a unity, more of this federalism we see now, so that we all have the money in one place and we share among ourselves. That was the only way to kill the division that was existing between these three people. I'm talking of the then North, East, and Southwest. Later, Midwest was created from Southwest. So what are we doing, my people? If we're going to go, we're going to be sincere with one another. So when we have that kind of beautiful discussion, we will be sincere with one another and we will say, okay, this is what we need to do. Well, like I said today, I cannot be a better child of history than Tinubu. Tinubu, if you understand the division in Nigeria, why did you choose to sentence Kano to life imprisonment today of all day? In this period of all period, the man has been with you guys for some time. You guys have been diplomatic. No matter our call, try him, this and that. You choose to sentence him, and the judgment is so swift. Is that how quick people get to judgment? Cases prolonged, they argue, they do this. Is that how fast people deliver judgment, or this is a political one, which is going to destroy you? My prayer today is it will destroy those who want to destroy Nigeria. Nigerians, I want to say this to you honestly, and I'm going to stop now. Nigeria is a beautiful child. The child is innocent. You need to see the movie. And when I use a metaphor, I call it the Diary of a Nigerian Virgin. You need to see the story of this young girl. She's fighting all she wants. It's a beautiful country for herself and her people. And the people that are fighting the war in between, let me remind you, when the Yoruba man and the Hausa man is fighting, a baby is crying. That baby is Nigeria. When the Yoruba man and the Igbo man is fighting, there's a child crying. That child is Nigeria. When the Islam and Christianity is fighting, there's a baby crying. That baby is Nigeria. Can we stop this? Can we stop putting tears in the eyes of this baby. The baby is innocent. The baby just wants you to live well. The baby means well. The baby is not our problem. Our problem is our internal division, our internal fight that we need to deal with. And may God help us in this difficult time to get there. I am not going to be able to stop you from what you want to do now. But what I want to tell you is this. What made Agoyo Irosin? I didn't start from Ojukwu. In my trace of this matter, I trace to the First Republic. The corruption between the three arms, the three sets of the Nigerian state led Agoyo Irosin to take over the Nigerian government. And he made us a unitary state, more or less. If not, it was different. It was a confederation before. That was when he said, no, we all come together because this your division is not going to work. In the process, barbaric things came in. Oh, because you didn't kill my own, I will kill your own. Before I did it, and they were killing and killing and killing. Ojukwu had no choice but to go to war. Ojukwu now said, okay, if this is what you see about in Nigeria, let us break the country to what it is. I don't see what he has done that is so different from what Kano is doing today. But I would have been able to ask Kano a more difficult question than putting him in prison. Sentencing him unjustly. And I only want to remind the Nigerian government what Nelson Mandela went through. As far as I'm concerned, Kano believes he is fighting for his people. Whether I agree with him or not, I only need to respect his view and try to talk Kano out of that. Because in the dispensation of the United States for Africa, Biafra have no place. What is going to deliver us is the United States of Africa, not the United States, not Biafra. How many people are in Biafra? You're not going to be independent. You don't need that. When the world is coming together, you are divided. But what option do they have if they live in a state that is so oppressed them, where they kill them in the north? Now, Tinubu is not aware of that. He used to put him in prison to add insult to the injury. May God help us. Listen, I'm going to end the show there. You guys have got my message today. If you don't get it, then I cannot help it. My name is Daddy Kris, and like I said, this is the African Renaissance Television. This is what I do. I talk about issues the way you never thought of before. If I have done something that touched you, hit on our subscribe button. Let me repeat all our social media handles. Our YouTube is youtube.com/@SRTV Television. Our Instagram is Instagram.com/SRTV Television. Facebook.com/SRTV Television. TikTok.com/SRTV Television. Do well to follow us on all those social media handles. And like I said, stay out of trouble. And may God bless the United States of Nigeria. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the United States of Nigeria, which I think we already have. We just need to bring it to life. In the name of Jesus. God bless you all. Bye for now.
Find your sanctuary in the heart of the city. Live the life you deserve in an exquisite apartment. SRTV Luxury Shortlet Apartment, Lagos, is a place where your comfort is rest assured. Welcome to SRTV Shortlet Apartment, part of the prestigious SRTV Real Estate family. Why choose us? Prime location, nestled in the heart of Lagos, close to key attractions, business hubs, and vibrant nightlife. Modern interiors, fully furnished, stylish apartments designed to provide the ultimate comforts. Luxury redefined, vacation perfected. 24/7 security. Enjoy peace of mind with round-the-clock security and CCTV surveillance. Top-notch amenities, high-speed Wi-Fi, smart TV, air conditioning, fully equipped kitchen, and lots more. Perfect for business travelers, family vacations, romantic getaways, special events, and more. Book your stay today and experience Lagos like never before. Call +234 8143 582856 or +447-4388-93190, or email us at realestate@superiorradiotelevision.com. SRTV Chocolate Apartment, where comfort meets luxury.
That is either we reform the judiciary, which is allow INEC to be under the judiciary, or we need a world police to police us.
Kris is there for people
Because the activities of our politicians is becoming unbearable. But what is really exciting is the debate surrounding our nation. We're going to be free. Is that we're going to